Vitiligo is an autoimmune disease that causes loss of pigment in the skin.
And there has been no specific treatment available for the condition until now. A first-of-its-kind topical cream to treat vitiligo has been approved by Health Canada just last week.
The chemical name for the cream is ruxolitinib, so it's topical ruxolitinib cream, applied twice a day to the affected areas. It's approved for patients, adolescent and adults, so greater than 12.
The prescription cream's brand name is Opzelura and is also approved for eczema. Dr. Sam Hanna explains that the body has a natural system called the JAK-STAT pathway that comes into play in inflammatory and immune diseases. When the molecules that are part of this normal inflammatory pathway are revved up more than they should be, it can cause increased inflammation. With vitiligo, that inflammation is abnormally directed against the skin's pigment cells.
That's what topical ruxolitinib does. In a selective way, kind of turns down the volume on the specific parts of the JAK-STAT inflammatory pathway that are abnormally expressed in vitiligo. Then the pigment cells can start to do their work again and make pigment again.
He adds that vitiligo has far-reaching effects well beyond the cosmetic.
People have a really high rate of depression, anxiety. We even see suicidality and associated with it. So this is a really important condition that we have not had great therapies for.
It was a constant, I'd say a roller coaster of emotions.
Omar Sharif is the president of Vitiligo Voices Canada, a national support group for people with vitiligo.
Mentally, my journey was really, really tough. And I definitely hid from things, going to work, going out and being social and being in certain environments was increasingly difficult.
Sharif says it took years of counseling to learn how to cope with the almost crippling anxiety that grew worse as his vitiligo became more pronounced. He's now an actor, model, and advocate for the community.
The amount of people that I've had come up to me and say, oh my God, to finally see somebody with vitiligo on TV, that was huge for me.
Sharif is thrilled there is finally an approved medication for the condition in Canada.
Having something that's much more reliable, maybe even less invasive than, the light treatment that tends to burn and blister people's skin, is super, super important. I've gone through my journey. I like who I am, and I couldn't see myself without vitiligo. So personally, for me, it's not a choice, but I am so excited for everybody else.
And Dr. Hanna says the cream will most likely be available to patients before the end of the year. For City News, I'm Dilshad Burman.